So let's talk about corporate giving. It is a critical part of your fundraising toolbox, and it's often the thing that most people think about when they think about fundraising, right? This is why well-meaning board members or well-meaning volunteers might say, have you thought about calling Amazon? They've got a lot of money. Now, we'll talk more about that particular train of thought in another video, but today I want to talk about one of the aspects of a really strong and a really sustainable corporate giving program, and that's volunteering. A lot of corporations are looking for volunteer opportunities for their employees. Now, they may be doing this because they know it's good PR. It looks good to the community to be out there and working alongside nonprofits. They may be doing it because it's something the volunteers are asking for. People want to get involved. I believe people want to do good, and volunteering with local nonprofits can be a really accessible way for people to do that. And if their corporation, if their employer is providing that opportunity, all the better. Now, I have encountered some funders who won't even accept a proposal for support if there's not an element of volunteering baked in. That's how important volunteering can be to a lot of these corporate donors. So you need a volunteer program, right? There's gotta be something there that you can show to your potential corporate supporters, something that will get them interested and get them connected to your mission. Because let's not kid ourselves, the magic of a volunteer opportunity, it's not just the work that gets done, whether that work is building a house or helping in the office or packing up kits or whatever it may be. That's a good thing. But it's the opportunity to give people a chance to come together in community, really in the arms of your mission, to be really connected, to really be mixed up all the way with your mission. That's why we love volunteering. Now, if you don't have a volunteer program, don't don't despair. First off, there's a lot of corporations who are still going to support you even without that. But there might be an opportunity for you to build a volunteer program, for you to kind of take some initial steps down that road to find a way to engage volunteers in your mission. Now, this is not something you want to do just kind of on the fly. You want to have some really thoughtful conversations first inside your organization. What work do we need done that's not currently getting done? What are some opportunities we have to bring people within into our mission to help us do things that we really want to do? And from there, that's how you can start building these programs. You again, if you're a full-time fundraiser, you don't want to walk into the office one day and say, guess what? I just secured a gift and they're going to send 15 employees here on Tuesday to do some work with us. If that's the first time any of your colleagues have heard about this volunteer idea, you're not going to be very popular because it's a lot of work. We want to make sure our volunteers are doing work that we need to have done, and we want to make sure our volunteers are doing work in a way that protects the dignity and supports the dignity of the people we're serving. Another aspect of creating volunteer opportunities for corporate donors is to have conversations with these corporate donors, or maybe with the corporations who are already represented in your organization. Having conversations with them about what volunteer opportunities they might be interested in might unlock or unveil some opportunities that you hadn't thought of. I tell this story a lot, but I've had corporate volunteers come on a one-on-one basis to help one employee learn one particular computer program. It was a way to leverage their skills and to help my team member learn this system in a way that was meaningful. There's small things, seemingly small things, that your corporate partners can do for you and with you that helps your board, that helps your organization, that helps your mission. But you've got to get there. And as I so often say, if you're not sure, call your donors. So have conversations with your current corporate donors and find out if volunteering is something that's important to them. And if it is, start exploring what that can look like. It doesn't have to be 75 employees descending on your office at one time. It can be smaller, it can be skills based, it can be very laser focused. There's a lot of ways you can get there. But if you're thinking about corporate giving and you're not thinking about volunteerism, you may be leaving some opportunities behind. So really have those conversations, have that thought. Now, if you want to talk even more about corporate giving, and I know you do, I am leading a webinar later this month on the 29th, all about corporate giving. I'm going to talk about the good news of corporate giving, and I'm going to talk about the bad news of corporate giving, because there is a little bit of bad news we've got to talk about. But it's a free webinar. It's hosted by MonkeyPod. I'll put the registration link in the comments of this video so you can join us there. And if you're ready to talk about how to make your corporate giving program better, how to make it stronger, how to make it something that really sustains and supports your mission, I would love to talk. Respond to this message and let's set up a call and let's see what we can do to get your corporate partners really engaged with the cause that you believe in. That's all for now. Keep up the great work. We'll talk to you soon.